Let's talk about the last sentence of the chapter, Wild Horses. White got the distinct impression that his newest pupil, Jim, was choosing the lesser of the two evils. In this sentence, evil doesn't refer to any supernatural or overly spiteful forces. Instead, it symbolizes the tough circumstances that Jim is up against. Throughout the book, Jim is portrayed as someone trying to navigate a world full of difficult decisions. His struggles and choices involve facing consequences that aren't ideal. For example, Jim may have to decide between two paths that could either hurt him or others, or perhaps force him into a moral compromise. Walter White is an observer. He understands that Jim is choosing between good and evil. He is choosing between two equally difficult or harmful alternatives. The emphasis on lesser highlights the idea that even when we're stuck with bad options, we often need to make a choice that causes the least amount of damage or hardship. In Wild Horses, Jim's situation is layered with complexity. As a young man growing up under difficult circumstances, he's trying to figure out who he is and where he fits in. Whether he's dealing with family dynamics, social pressures, or personal desires, Jim is often forced to make decisions that aren't ideal. For example, in the chapter before this, Jim may have to choose between following his family's wishes or pursuing his own dreams. Each choice comes with sacrifices. Choosing the lesser evil might mean giving up some of his dreams to keep the peace with his family or avoid consequences. But it's the choice he believes will hurt him or others the least. By saying Jim is choosing the lesser of two evils, Walter White is recognizing that Jim is trying to make the best decision in a tough spot. It shows that White is a mentor or observer. He understands the complexity of Jim's internal struggle. Walter sees that Jim is weighing his options carefully, acknowledging that life isn't always about choosing the perfect solution, but rather choosing what will cause the least amount of damage, whether it's to himself or others. So as we reflect on this, it's important to consider how often we too are faced with situations where neither option is ideal. Just like Jim, we might sometimes find ourselves choosing between two paths that are both difficult. And in these moments, making the lesser choice becomes a way of minimizing harm and moving forward. Thank you for listening.